This is Andy with QualityStocks. Today's Tuesday, June 15th, 2010. And today we're going to be taking a look at POPN. It's a pink sheet stock trading under the ticker POPN. We've got some requests to look at this. A lot of interest in POPN. Huge volume yesterday, almost 120 million shares traded, which is significantly higher than what it's been trading in the past, although we have seen a nice little increase in volume here. We'll come back and touch on this, but the volume's indicative of possibly people seeing this as a bottom and a reversal. That's why you see it picking up. And then yesterday, of course, it launched up almost 64%. Indicators, kind of what you'd expect. This was holding 003 pretty well right through here back in the beginning of May and also into April. You want to see that support level hold. When that support level didn't hold, you should have been looking for a pretty decent drop, especially when it started riding this lower Bollinger Band the way that it did. So we're looking for this to be a reversal now. And apparently traders and investors are looking at it the same way. Kind of a loose pinch. You'd expect these all to be downtrend the way they were with the sharp drop. Nice to see the MFIs, not with a gigantic amount of separation. The 21 is actually at 38. It's tucked in behind this 14-day, so you can't see it real well. But the 7-day didn't take off like a jet and leave the 14 behind. You like to see them staying closer together like that. Shows the possibility of a possible stronger move happening. Accumulation, distribution, and shaking money flow both spiking a little bit yesterday. Sharp turns with buying pressure. CCI and Full Stow are still in great positions, just now coming up through -100 and just now coming above 20. They didn't spike and run real hard. It's what you'd like to see that. Tricks, of course, we always talk about it being slower, a lot more smooth indicator. Just now starting to give a hint of a possible turn. You can't really use the tricks when you're looking at a sharp turn like this. When you're looking for what to expect, you look at things like the RSI just now breaking through 50, staying, moving into bullish territory. It's what you want to see. It becomes a candle play at this point. Okay, on the downside, if this wants to drop, really want to see it hold 0011. It's a decent support level. We don't want to see it dropping down into trip zeros again. Of course, it could maybe touch 001, but that's the bare bottom that I'd like to see it go to. I want to see it hold 0011. More importantly, when it comes to right now, that's about 00135. If this comes back down, I want to see it hold that and then continue to make a move north, make another high or low, and come back up and challenge what's going to be some pretty significant resistance right here. 002 not only is the middle Bollinger Band, the 20-day moving average, their first real moving average resistance, there's also some PPS resistance through here. You see it with some support there back a few weeks ago, fell through it. It tried to come right back through it, proved to be resistance, continued the drop, now it's back up challenging it again. So we're going to need to see volume still stay strong to try and push through that. Always be leery of a gap and trap that's closed strong with a lot of buying pressure at the end of the day, up near the high of the day. So we want to see this stay strong, and there's a good possibility it will open up strong. If it does want to open up even, I would not consider 002 necessarily a buy point. You want to pay attention to the volume and the buying pressure that's coming in to push it through 002. Needs to get through that, get above it, and still hold buying pressure to show that's a little bit indicative that it's going to push through this and try and hold above it. Again, a lot of traders looking at this are going to be holding their nice gains from yesterday, quite possibly looking to take some off the table and secure it. So be careful of a gap. If it gaps, wait for it, probably try and come back and fill it. Unless you're watching and you're seeing just a ton of buying pressure still to keep trying to drive it farther north. People will be looking to secure gains. The people that got in down here are up quite a bit. So be leery of a gap and trap. Pay attention to volume. In a little bit longer term, there's going to be an area of resistance. We can pull it down just a hair. Try and show you the area that it's going to be seeing. See back here at 0028 was the support level. Also through here, the 003 was a nice area from before. So the 0028, 003 area is going to become a pretty significant source of resistance if it can climb back up there. Of course, also pushing the 50-day moving average at that point. That could be a little bit longer term, unless it wants to make a super strong move again today, which would put it up probably another 60-70%, somewhere around that area, if it wants to go up and touch it. that would probably be a definite point that people are going to be taking profits. Technical traders are going to pay attention to that resistance level. And unless buying pressure is just still incredible at that point, they'll be looking to take profits up around there. So look for that resistance level to stay pretty strong. First and foremost, though, pay attention to 002 today. See if it can push through it. Pay attention again to the buying pressure and the volume. You want to see this not move through on very little buying and a little bit of mostly selling, but a little bit of buying, keep driving it higher. Pay attention to that. This is what you look for on a play that makes a nice move and what you're expecting today. This is Andy with QualityStocks taking a look at POPN.